Hello students, after completing the features of principles of management, today we are going to start importance of principles of management. Why these principles are significant or important for an organization? Because it provides managers with useful insight into reality. It means these principles helps the manager to deal with the different circumstances and to solve the particular difficulty they are facing in their organization. As we have studied that principles are the guidelines that guides the manager in decision making at any point of time. Okay, in this way they provides the manager with useful insight into reality. Into reality means sometimes principle also guides the manager that if you are facing such a problem or if you are going to face such problem, then you can apply this principle and it will help you out. For example, principles of management guides a manager that if an organization wants to earn more and more profit, they require much motivated employees working in the organizations. And to motivate the workers, you should adopt some techniques like giving extra salary in the form of bonus or other techniques of motivating the employees. When your workers are motivated, only then they will give their best, and in this way you can achieve your target of earning more and more profit. We cannot say, I am not saying that if the principal is not adopting any principle, if the manager is not applying any principle in the organization, they will not be able to achieve their organizational goal. But these principles help the manager in tackling with the problem or in facing the situations very much efficiently, so that they can provide a useful insight into reality. In advance, they guide the manager that what you have to do if you will face such problem in the coming future. Second importance is optimum utilization of resources. What does optimum utilization of resources means? Utilizing or using the resources in a way that it will result in minimum wastages. Okay, less cost. You can use the word less cost. So principles of we should like to have example here. That principle of order. Okay, it states that in an organization, every human resource, physical resource, we can say man, raw material, equipments, tools, machines, must be placed at a fixed place. Okay, they should have a fixed place where an employee should not need to waste the time in finding such raw materials and equipments. It will save the time, energy and the wastage of the organization, and which will result in the achievement of organizational goal efficiently and effectively. Principles of management forces on planned activities. Everything should be planned, that what you are going to do. If everything is planned, it will reduce the duplication of efforts as well as it will result in optimum utilization of resources, because there will be less wastage of time, money as well as the efforts of the human beings. Third importance is effective administration. As we know that there are different levels of management. There is a hierarchy in an organization, top level, middle level, lower level. But the responsibility of making the policies for the organization, for the betterment of the organization, it is the responsibility of top level managers. But if the top level managers are following the principles, so the principles also helps them while they are making policies for the organization. For example, FIOL has given a principle of unity of command. Okay, unity of command says that each employee, or we can say one employee, should receive the order from only one boss. Okay, one employee should receive the order from only one boss, so that this employee who is receiving the order will not get any confusion and smoothly he can follow or he can fulfill the responsibility given by the management or by the particular superior. So in this way, a particular hierarchy can be formed. Okay, the managers can decide that how much managers I am going to require, how many employees I am going to require. I need to hire how many managers for the purchase department, sales department, or any policy. While framing any policy, principles guides the managers, top level management, which will result in effective administration. There is no confusion in the authority, responsibility, and the tasks given to different employees. Okay, there should not be overmanning and the deficiency in the working of the organization. Fourth one is facilitate scientific decisions. It means that principles of management forces the manager to take the decisions scientifically, means based on experiments and observations. As we can say, where we are using the word scientific, it means it insists on taking the decisions on the basis of observations and experiments. So we can say that principle of fuel or principles given by the F.W. Taylor insist on taking the decisions before applying the principle in the organization. A manager should test, should observe again and again, and after passing the experiment, he should have so much experiments while applying these principles. If these experiments got success, only after that he should apply such principle in the organization. So in this way, it helps the manager. Principles helps the manager to take scientific decisions, not to take the decisions on the basis of rule of thumb or hit and trial method. They forces the managers, it becomes a habit of a manager to apply the principles only after proper observation and experimentation. Fifth principle's importance is meeting changing environment requirements. As we have discussed in the characteristics of the principles of management, that these principles are very much flexible. We can change or we can have any modification as per the requirement of the organization or as per the requirement of the situation we are facing. So this flexible feature of management principles helps in meeting changing environment. As we can say, there are so many changes in the external environment, changes in the government policy, in the political parties, in the customer taste and preferences. Any change might be there in the coming future. So these principles helps the manager to tackle or to match these changes and to apply these changes in the internal organization also by having some modifications in the principle as per their requirement. Okay. For example, a change of GST. We have seen, we have heard about the GST. It was a very much big change or a shocking news for each and every organization. Most of the employees who are not having the proper knowledge of how to use the GST, they might face the problem that how we are going to use the GST. But principle suggests that each and every superior or the manager should guide and motivate the employees by having a familiar relationship with the organization's workers so that your employees can adopt any change easily and smoothly. So in this way, these principles helps in meeting changing environment requirements by keeping or by having any modification in the principles as per the requirement of the situation. Sixth importance is fulfilling social responsibility. Principles of management not only helps the manager to achieve the organizational goal but also helps the manager in fulfilling the social responsibility. As we can say, there is a principle of equity. Okay, it says that each and every employee should receive the equitable and equal treatment, kind treatment from the manager. Manager should not discriminate the employees on the basis of caste, gender or religion. Okay. So in this way, manager with the help of principles also gets the help in fulfilling the social responsibility too. 7. Management training, education and research. We can say that management principles trains the manager to tackle with the situations more efficiently day by day. It is not necessary that after applying one principle in your organization, you have become perfect or specialized in your work. Okay, it trains time to time so that you can use these principles more effectively in the different situations. In education, how principles helps in education. As we can see that in today's modern era, management has become a profession. Okay, students are doing so many management courses like MBAs and BBAs for their management studies. So these principles educates the students as well as different people that how you can become a very good manager by following such principles. On the basis of such principles, they get the education about the management. Research, management principles also helps in research. The manager tries to do some innovation to show their creativity and skills. As management principles are flexible, so they can make any change or modification as per their creativity and skills. They forces the manager for doing research that how can I make these principles more innovative. Okay, how can I apply these principles in my organization for the betterment of the organization. So management principle helps in training, for education also to get the knowledge about the management, as well as for creating some new ideas and innovations in the principles of the organization. After discussing about the importance of the management principles, we will discuss about the different principles given by Henry Fayol and F.W. Taylor in the next video.